Nation of Fit in 10. It is day 39, and hopefully you've booked your scan because they start in 48 hours. That is your third scan. It starts in about 48 hours. And, after this, we've got the longest period to go before the final scan. We've got 4+ weeks because I don't run the scan until after the challenge officially ends. So, you're going to have probably 4.5 weeks between this, right? So, just an FYI, we're doing these scans every 3 weeks, right? Then your next scan is going to be, your scan after this one, is going to be 4.5 weeks. So it's like 1.5 times. Okay, so even though your losses should be linear, your last scan is much further along. So just FYI on that one. If you haven't booked your scan, make sure you do so, right? www.calendly.com/train-on-me. Okay, more of your questions to answer. So let's do that. Name something specific you need help with. I am feeling hungry all the time, although I'm eating. Oh, I already did this one. Okay. Is there anything you'd like me to cover in this week's video series? What supplements can we drink? Can we take or drink for muscle recovery? Starting to feel very sore with the workouts. Okay, the biggest two things that are going to assist you with recovery are what? Sleep. I know this doesn't sound like something you want to hear. You want to buy something or you want to be sold something, you want a special potion, but really it's sleep and nutrition, okay? So what is sleep? What is sleep? What is a good amount of sleep? Hopefully you know what sleep is. Of course, there's also quality of sleep, which we never seem to talk about. And that's something maybe you want to monitor, which you can with a lot of these smartwatches. They apparently can monitor your sleep. Although I don't have one, so I can't really say, but I've heard they can. But what's a good amount of sleep? Well, it depends on the person, but I would say a good 8 hours of sleep. A good 8 hours of sleep. That will really help you. Also, nutrition. What is good nutrition, right? Well, good nutrition is eating, in my opinion, real whole food, but within that, more specifically, enough calories, which you guys are arguably not getting enough right now, okay? So, but you're not getting far off. But getting enough calories, and then within that, enough protein. Okay, because ultimately protein is what's going to help with the recovery, but as I've mentioned to you before, if you don't get enough calories, you burn protein for energy, and then the protein can't do its job. Okay, so you need enough calories for protein to do its job. This is one of the reasons why I increase your protein over the course of the challenge, because your calories drop, right? All right, but I guess you want to know supplements that will help you. Extra leucine will help you. Leucine is an amino acid. This tends to help. There's a product I sell called Hard Muscle Builder, but really what it is HMB, and it's a play on the name HMB. HMB is an acronym for hydroxymethylbutyrate, not Hard Muscle Builder, which you might think it is. It's a leucine derivative. It's a natural product, if that means anything to you, which it shouldn't, but I'll just say that anyways, just in case you think it's like a drug or something. It's a natural supplement that helps with your recovery and your strength. This will help you immensely. I do sell it, so if you want it, let me know. Glutamine will help you as well. And creatine will also help with your recovery. Okay, but sleep, first and foremost, sleep and enough calories and protein, right? Okay, well, obviously your calories are restricted right now, so just make sure you do well on your nutrition, okay? Anything else I can think of? If you have sore legs, cardio will help because, listen, getting some blood flow through your muscles will help to remove some of the the lactate and other metabolic byproducts that cause muscle soreness. Muscle soreness is not just tissue damage, but it's also some of the metabolic byproducts that get built up. You could also take, and I don't really know if this would help with soreness, maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. You could also take a pre or peri-workout, these pre-workout type supplements, which I'm not a huge fan of, although I do take one, and it's called Opus, and it's got some acid buffers in there. Would it help with your recovery? Yeah, I probably think not, but something you could try if you wanted to. But if I had to recommend one supplement, I'd probably go with HMB for recovery. Okay? Additional comments or questions? Workouts and cardio used to be really daunting because I thought I had to spend more than an hour to exercise in order to see results. That's right. You don't see any results unless you know the time is ticking by and you're exercising, but no results. Then right at that 60-second and past, results. Right? No, I'm just kidding. I know you don't. I know that's not what you're saying, but I just had to say that. Obviously, if you do more, you're going to see more results. But ultimately, like I've always told you from the get-go, and this never seems to sit home, to sit home. I'm not sure why I said sit. It never seems to hit home with a lot of people. It's honestly, and maybe just because you just don't believe it. I don't know. It's more about being just measured and methodical over time. It's about being consistent with something reasonable over time. That's really more what I meant to say. About being consistent with something over time, and you keep going with that over time. Okay, like what's an analogy to this? I don't know. Like you're building a house. You're going to build a house really fast. So this would be akin doing like a lot of exercise. Then you build that house and you maybe even make it really beautiful or whatever, and then you just don't do anything to it afterwards, and it just gets dilapidated, and eventually time takes over, and it becomes disgusting and dirty and grungy, and it starts falling apart. As opposed to say building the house over a longer period of time. Putting less energy into it per unit of time, but being more consistent, building it over time, building something bigger and better and nicer, and then maintaining it, and then over time maybe adding to it, and it just goes from a little house to a bigger house to a castle to and it always looks beautiful. That's sort of the analogy, right? It's a marathon. It's a long-term game. That's what this is all about. A long-term game. Not about a short little stint where you make this dramatic change. Although I do put this, like that is kind of part of it because, it makes it more exciting. But ultimately I'm trying to give you some staples here for you to maintain hopefully for the rest of your life. Let me finish reading your additional comments or questions. This challenge has really opened my eyes, and now I understand that you don't need to spend so much time exercising to see results. Thanks, Mark and Martina, for sharing your knowledge and everything that you do. Okay, and I'm going to tell you something. Even as a competitive bodybuilder, it was the biggest mistake I ever made was being extreme. I was always extreme. I would get really emotional about it, and I would do workouts. I would do 3 or 4 workouts. I would do 3 or 4 hour workouts, like leg sessions. Or I would do, just extreme dieting, or like tons of cardio, or I would just, and I did this actually almost through my entire competitive career. Just being extreme, thinking that was always going to be, it wasn't even that I was thinking that it was going to be better. It was just sort of my response to how am I going to be able to show up in this crazy condition or with this crazy physique. But ultimately, looking back on it, it actually set me back. I know it set me back. 100% I know it set me back. It made me worse. Okay? It's just, the body doesn't react to it very well. As a bodybuilder, I know I'm kind of talking about something that maybe doesn't directly relate to you, but the point is that, extreme just doesn't work for anything. It doesn't. Okay? Measured and methodical over time. All right, let's get the message of the day. Oh, I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to go to the next one here because, it's just so fitting. Measured and methodical over time will get you to where you want to go. Measured and methodical over time will get you to where you want to go. Measured and methodical and consistent. Let's add in consistent. Measured, methodical, and consistent over time will get you to where you want to go, where you want to be, who you want to be, what you want to sustain, what you want to keep building, who you want to just be. I already said that. I'm trying to look for other words, but I can't find them. Measured and methodical and consistent. I'm adding in consistent to this. It's not written in my spreadsheet, but I'm going to add it in. Measured and methodical and consistent over time will get you to where you want to go, who you want to be, all that other good stuff, okay? Positive. Could be a word. I'll look it up. I don't think it's a word, though. Positive. What was I going to say? What's my ending? Positive energy. No, positive vibes, positive energy. See, I'm all thrown off. I'm really thrown off, actually. Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself for the love of God, give some gratitude. I feel like that was off. Anyways, give some gratitude, be thankful for everything you have, and I'll talk to you guys all very soon. It's actually still kind of early in the morning, even though it's light out, because actually now if you pay attention, if you go to bed late enough or you get up early enough, you'll see that there's very little light left in the day. I'm rambling. I'll see you later. See ya.